Okay, we're back for week 3 of Strictly Come Dancing, and it's movie week. And I want to talk about the opening number, because it was fantastic, mainly because it was Harry Potter. It was a great idea, a lovely sequence, beautifully danced, and I loved it all. So, let's now talk about some of the dances in the actual show. Magic! Aladdin by Dr. Raj was, for me, very boring. No floor coverage, didn't travel very much, it was very dull. I expected magic. He only scored 20, which, to be honest, I think was probably too nice. So for me, that was a... Let's just quickly talk about Katie and Gorka. La La Land. Loved the music, loved the number. In week 3, you've seen a massive leap. She has made the leap up. The confidence level is so much better. She brought a real character to that dance, and she did some really nice footwork with some really nice moves. Let's see her next week, see if she can up that game again, because she's going to have to if she's going to stay out the bottom 2, I think. Sean's Matrix had the feel of the movie. It was just amazing. Finally, the judges have given him what he deserves. I thought the Paso Doble, compared to Danny's Paso Doble, was far superior. Sean, that was a brilliant Matrix. Don't forget, follow the white rabbit. Okay, let's talk about one of the favourite ones of the night. How can you make a superhero come off as something really cool in a Charleston? Well, OT, your choreography was amazing! And Graham Swan, you just smashed it. I have nicknamed him The Greatest Showman because he was Spider-Man, and in every performance he's done so far, every week, he has been a showman. The lifts in it were amazing. His timing was amazing. His swivel was there. Technically, it was great. He just nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Watch, he is The Greatest Showman. Watch out for Swanee. Speaking of The Greatest Showman, let's talk about Danny's. I'm gonna have to take this jacket off. I'll do my grease throwaway. It was good, but there's just something kind of meh about it for me. Technically, it looked great. It was great music. It was good choreography. Everything's been very, very so far, and I think we need to see something a little bit more fluid, and we might see that in the future. We'll see. We will wait and see what Danny has to offer next week. Okay, let's talk about one of the top ones of the evening. Faye and Giovanni to You're the One That I Want. You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honey. Amazing. Quick step, so fast. Technically very difficult. 36, the highest on the scoreboard of the evening. Do we think that's correct? For me, it was one of my top ones. Would I put it right at the top? I have to say, it was very quick and it was very difficult to do as a dance technically. All those scatter chasses, those tipsies that they put in, very tricky. Although only a third of that dance was probably quick step, because they had a lot of the iconic da, 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 and the, You're the One That I Want stuff in there, which was awesome though, because for us it's movie week. We love a little bit of nostalgia. We love to be able to recognise the characters. So well done Faye, well done Giovanni, well deserved. Kate and Aliash doing Why Don't You Do Right from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm not sure about Kate. The judges were correct. She handled the trip down the stairs amazingly, very professional, worked it into the character. She gave Aliash a little bit of a, so what, come over here. The foxtrot was nice. It was nice, but it was really short. Let's talk about Joe. Been a favourite of mine from day one. They've given Joe a jive, a Charleston, which he did both in trainers. Now they're giving him an American Smooth, which of course is ballroom. Probably the easiest of the ballroom to do. They're giving him every goddamn chance to stay in that competition, and he danced a bit like this. We like Joe, we want Joe to do well, so come on Joe, you got to come through the ballroom, buddy. It's not just about the Latin. One of my favourites of the night, Pasha and Ashley, it's Dirty Dancing. You know, you can't go wrong with a bit of that music, it just gets you. The choreography, the professionals of the choreography this week has been far superior than last week. And obviously he had the iconic lift, but the ending lift that they did, you know, they had that as well. The Spider-Man had an amazing end lift. The Matrix had some amazing lifts in it. The Dirty Dancing, fantastic lifts. Some really original ones as well, so really enjoyed them. Really good thing to look out for. I'm gonna live forever was very mediocre. I have nothing else to say about it. I would have put her, along with Dr. Ranch, probably in the bottom two, but they weren't there. So Fame was not famous for me.
Oh, camera. Banana, 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 banana. Strictly Come Dancing. Oh!
Yes, Stacey and Kevin's jive was amazing to watch, as my little friend here will contest to. Technically, her chasses were not good, but yet the judges didn't seem to pick up on any of that. And I know on Facebook, on social media, a lot of people have been saying how amazing this dance was, and I agree, it was fabulous. They're picking up on technicalities of people. They compared poor Sean's jive to Jill Halfpenny's last week because of the music. Well, why didn't they compare that one to Jill Halfpenny's? Because it was nowhere near that either. I put it down as one of my favourites because I love the dance. But if I was a judge, I would have marked them a lot less than 32. So, to be honest, I think the judges sometimes can be a little full of SH1T because they're not being consistent with how they're marking. They loved it, that's great, we all did. But you got to be able to mark it on the technical, and not being funny, but her chasses were not great chasses in that. So Minions, loved it, but nah. We've got to get back in time. Back to what? Back to Strictly and the review. Lee from Blues performance. OMG, I wanted this to be amazing. It's Back to the Future. Back to the Future, one of my favourite films. The hoverboard was brilliant. Loved the hoverboard coming in. It didn't start off bad, but then he did a moonwalk. He did a moonwalk, and if you can't do a moonwalk, don't do a moonwalk. That's where the choreography was let down for him, I think. He was in the bottom two, again. Probably because people at home don't like him more than his performance, because he shouldn't have been in the bottom two. And Shirley said it, I think his musicality is great, because she's right, it is. His musicality has always been great. He was against Charles. Charles has had 25, 25, 25. Charles is just still. He can dance, but there's something about his performances that just make you go, huh, okay. Lee probably shouldn't have gone, but he did, unfortunate. Some amazing choreography, some amazing professional dancers. The professionals came through and did their contestants a huge, huge justice this week. I think there were some amazing lifts, there were some amazing breakthroughs as well. I just hope they can maintain them, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, share, put your comments down below. Really want to hear from you. I've really enjoyed doing this week. Who doesn't love Movie Week? Everyone loves a bit of the movies. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.